Hi, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Bastards postgame show. The Red Sox got a win, but I thought it would be nice for JJ and I to be a part of tonight's podcast along with Brendan. Sorry, Brendan, we have another one that will steal the show tonight. We'll have JJ steal the show tonight. Hey, say hey, JJ. Say hey, everybody.
Star
On
of the
tonight's
show.
show, we will talk about JJ, of course, but we'll also talk about Nick Pivetta with his 7 strong, with no runs or anything allowed there. And then we will also talk about Trevor Story with the big 2-run home run. So, first, want to welcome in Brendan. Brendan, how are we doing tonight?
Nick, I was begging for at least one more win because the Red Sox were limping to the end of the season here. But hey, I'll take it. We got a win against Baltimore. It looked clean. Nick Pivetta auditioning for a spot next season with us or with another club. 7 innings, scoreless, 10 strikeouts. He's a different pitcher from the beginning of the season. His fastball has been awesome with the location, the curveball. He's growing as a great arm for the club. It's interesting to see if he's becoming trade bait or what you're going to do
I
because
mean, after this September he's put up, he's been stellar.
he
He
has.
really has been. He's been really great with getting the job done, competing, proving that he is going to be somebody that the Red Sox can count on for 2024. So I'm curious to see what they do with him as the offseason hits and everything like that. So definitely finishing strong. I even say that he's the strongest finisher of them all. I would absolutely come out and say
Definitely.
that. I think he's the strongest finisher for everybody getting their job done, and Pivetta has excelled. So I'll give him credit for that. 7 strong again against the Orioles. I'll give him great props for that. Trevor Story tonight got the big hit, got the 2-run home run. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, I mean, he's definitely been due. You're you're looking for a fresh season for Trevor Story next year with a full spring training and full off season ready to rock.
I think JJ agrees with you too. I do. I think he does. But I'm not going to agree. I still think that Story is somebody that in my opinion, everybody say goodbye to JJ. Bye, JJ. I think that Trevor Story is a person that I would look to part ways with. I would try my best to figure out what you can do in the offseason to get rid of that contract in him. I think they're a better team without. Sorry to tell you that. It's just how I feel. But I am not banking on anything from Trevor Story for next season. Hopefully, he finishes out the last few games strong and gets his trade value up. That's my big thing I'm looking for. I want to talk about Alex Cora. I also want to talk about this because I don't know if you saw last night NBC Sports Boston, but Mike Felger and Mike Hawley were talking about very interesting how the Red Sox are being so kind of obscure in a way with what they're doing with the organization moving forward. And I don't know if you've read into it a little bit with Alex Cora coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm back. Don't worry about it. I'm here." Yada yada. They were talking about it last night, and they actually were agreeing on my take, which was really interesting because this was the first time I have heard
Reassigned.
anything from it. Alex Cora is running the Boston Red Sox right now, which leads me to believe he is going to be sliding into the president of baseball ops role. I really am convinced at that right now. What do you think on that?
See, I could see him being having that power, definitely. I think in my eyes it's going to be Ramiro. Um I
But
I
is
think
Ramiro just the GM, or is he operate president of baseball ops?
I think he's the figurehead and everyone actually answers to Cora. I think the reason they have Cora is to manage in the big time games, manage the big time talent personalities in the dugout and in the clubhouse. I think that's his strongest suit right now. But they're gonna introduce him and groom him as I've heard Maserati say, for the position of president of baseball ops.
Are you agreeing with what their take is?
I don't think he's changing positions yet. I think everyone will answer to him, like over in L.A. and in with Bill Belichick. Really, everyone will answer to him, but he'll still be running the team on the field.
Do you see a role with him being the manager and also running kind of like a Bill Belichick kind of role, being that figurehead of being president of baseball operations and also being manager? What do you think on that?
Nick, this is how I see it playing out this year. I mean, this next season going in, and they will groom him into becoming the president. I've seen it work with Brad Stevens so far with the Celtics, a guy that knows how the game goes and knows the players and can evaluate talent very well. They actually succeed decently well, at least so far with the Celtics. I am hopeful that this is the transition moving forward.
I don't put it past the Red Sox to be a team that's going to be different with the way that they operate. So I don't see Cora doing both. I see actually Cora moving upstairs. I'm going to hold firm on that belief from me. I think Jason Varitek is going to be the manager for next season. I strongly feel that way right now. I don't love that because I've already gotten into a tizzy fit with Catherine Varitek, so we already know that stance. And that's how I think it's going to roll. I think Cora moves upstairs and becomes in charge of doing the contracts and getting stuff together with forming a team that he believes in, with spending some money and executing on his end. I do think that that's something that the Red Sox are going to be looking to do. I feel strongly on that because, again, we've heard that Cora comes back. It's going to be just him and Sam Kennedy talking at this press conference on Monday when that comes to wrap the season and all. There's going to be no John Henry, no Tom Werner, no anybody else. And I am just very inclined to believe that this is the direction this team is going to be, unless proven otherwise. That's how I'm looking at the matter as of right now. I know Gabe Kapler was fired today from the San Francisco Giants. That's another name that's out there as your manager type. But I do think that they were grooming Varitek to be that next guy moving forward with everything. And I think he's earned the opportunity. What do you think on that?
No, I definitely agree. I think Varitek, he's been in the dugout for a while. I could see the transition happening. I'll be honest. Do I want it quite yet? Not quite, but with the guys surrounding him, I could see it. I think the biggest operation in the offseason is going to be, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to move some of these pitchers that you've been attached to. And that's why I don't know how I feel about Cora going up there, because
I'll agree with that.
Pivetta and Sale, those level guys should be your number 5 in the starting rotation. And then you have Bayo at 3 and the other one at 4 maybe. And then your Yamamoto, Shane Bieber, Corbin Burns, whoever you want as your ace. But Pivetta, Houck, and Whitlock and Sale should all be trade bait. And that's not going to be easy to move these guys that you've been with.
There's a lot of names that are out there that are mid relievers or long relievers or not really knowing what their role is and everything. So
Clean
for
house.
Other teams that are out there that need a 4-5 starter or a long reliever type, get multi-inning type of player, we have some names, which I do think will be something that the Red Sox will have for a luxury. So we'll see how the offseason plays from there. Again, the Red Sox have 2 games left. They got Saturday and Sunday. We'll be here to talk about those games as well. We hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. We'll recap tomorrow's game with you when we see you next. We'll see you then. Have a good night, all.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.